Hello everyone, and today I'll be explaining what cells are. Now, for the very few people who asked that question, I'll explain it to you. Cells are pretty much little microscopic organisms that are the basic units of life. There are many types of cells, and they run everything you do. If you look at your fingernails, you have fingernail cells. You even you have skin cells, you have bone cells, you have bone marrow cells. You even have cells for your stomach acid that make your stomach acid. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, why can't I see them? Because they're microscopic. You can only see them if you have a microscope. And a very good microscope at that. Well, you don't have to have a good one, but you do have a good one to see inside of them. And I'll explain what the inside of them is in another video. But, as I was saying, cells are the basic units of life, and they control everything that you do. Even just me playing this game and even just explaining this to you is causing millions of cells in my body to hit and tell each other information. So, and without them, well, there'd be no life. Because after all, they are the basic units of life, and yeah, they make everything and cause everything to exist. Now, if you're wondering, well, well, you may be wondering, how can cells exist in such a tiny life form, and why do they exist? Well, cells, they are very, and I mean very, important. As I just said a couple minutes ago, you could not live without them. Therefore, without cells, none of us would exist. Not even the trees and other life around you, because there are two main groups of cells: plant and animal. How can these two be different? Well, they have very different things. Animal cells, sorry, plant cells have these little tiny organelles, or mini organs, that are called vacuoles, water vacuoles, and they store the water. These can be absolutely massive and can even take up the vast majority of the body space inside the cell. Whilst animal cells typically have no vacuoles or very small ones. They're like, but I need to drink so much water a day. Why is that a thing? Plants rely much more off water than you do. Well, I mean, actually they don't, because we're such big animals that we cannot survive very long without water. On the other hand, plants, that's like their main food source. They gotta turn that into sugars and other things. Another difference is that plant cells have something called cell walls. Cell walls is how they get their sturdy green color and shape. It holds the plant together and binds it like a sturdy big tree, or even that weed that you spend hours trying to pry out of the ground. Also, another difference is chloroplast. Plant cells have chloroplast that can be used to perform photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Now, photosynthesis is a major, pretty major thing in our ecosystem because, well, it turns sunlight into oxygen. Now, how does that work exactly? Well, I'm not going to tell you because I don't know either. But those are the two types of cells and what cells are, in case you were ever wondering. Don't worry, you'll probably learn this in your 7th grade science lecture. Or you're just like, hey, stop attacking me, scorpion! Hey! I said stop attacking me! I think that concludes a lawful end to this video. So, thank you, and see you in the game. I lost all my